So, oh, now everything's reversed, like it's the right way. Um, I'm going live on YouTube. I'm going live on YouTube, and the reason being is I was going live every day on TikTok, but I got banned. But I feel like it was for a reason. And then I was going live on Twitch, but I feel like I have a decent viewing like audience on YouTube, so might as well like talk on here. Now, basically, what I was talking about on Twitch was just like how life is right now. So I don't know. The past week has been kind of like rough on me. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, the past year. All right, I'm back. So basically, like I was saying, is what I was talking about on Twitch and now here is that this past year, I guess, has just been like a big like learning experience on me. So first, you know, my family is very family oriented. Not even like with my extended family, like especially like not even just with my extended family, even though we're really close. It's like um my immediate family with just my mom, dad, and my sisters. Like we do a lot of things together. So I don't know if I was exactly, you know, ready maybe for college, I guess you could say. And that's on nobody but myself. Maybe I should have been like more vocal. And I was telling my mom when she came to get me, I was, like crying and sad because I felt like I failed her in a way. And I think I did a little bit, like or not failed her, but I definitely, like didn't handle things the right way. And I was young, I was a young graduate as a senior. A lot of people graduate at 18. I was only 17, but I don't blame it on that, But anyway, like fast forward, I got to Raritan Community, which is closer by. I could be at home and focus more on my schoolwork. And, and I did to an extent, but it was like when things got hard in one class, I stopped pushing myself as hard. And I just, you know, got good at like the classes that came natural to me. So like my accounting class and my marketing class were my two easiest classes. The science and the law class where it got a little more technical and a lot more definitions and a lot more moving parts, I kind of just like backed up from. And I feel like part of the reason that became a problem is because I wanted to build like my relationship, you know, with God like more and make it stronger. And my mom always said like um she doesn't want me like being raised in the church, like for those who don't know, like on my channel, because I don't put a lot of like my personal life and stuff out here, but I'm trying to do more of that, like not like crazy, but like do a little bit more of that when it comes to opening up like and widening like my YouTube and like how I do things. But for me personally, when I went to the DR trip, which I'm about to go on again in July, my senior year, I think I fully like understood like by like having that much of like a brain shaking experience and seeing how much these people just put their trust in God because that's all that they really have, just made me realize that like I was hiding behind this mask for so long, especially being like a pastor's kid and like going to church, is that like the person's next to me's like way that they praise God or like give him his thanks can't be the way that I do it. It will never work. That's the same reason that why like prayer is such an intimate thing. And people get into it a lot of times. I feel like, oh well, reading your Bible is better at prayer. This the reason that all of this stuff went bad is because when I was at Montclair, yeah, I what's it called? I had to do things on my own, everything on my own, including my relationship with my God, with God, rather than just waking up every Sunday because mom and dad said to go to church. No, you should be able to do stuff like that on your own and go to church. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard too because you also build a family at church and like you build habits and stuff like that. But that's the thing; it shouldn't come to that. And I feel like everybody, praises in a different way, or like gives glory to God in a different way. And some people do it in private rather than public, and they only come like half. But I feel like I have to work on getting to a point where like I never second guess something that's happening just because it's hard. Because if we're being honest, God's never gonna put you in a situation where you're being hard, or where he think you can't handle it. Now, the reason I bring this all up from saying like about how college and life in this past year has just changed me, and it's been like a real tough year, is because the other day, um, I don't like staying home a lot, because when I'm confined in these four walls, I feel like I'm a people person. I like talking to people, like hanging out with people. And yeah, my mom wants me to talk to her a lot, and she says, "Hey, John, why don't you talk to me?" And I think because I'm such a talkative person and like a people person, I guess because I didn't have much to say that day, she thought I was a little upset. And I don't think I was upset. I think I was just getting a little agitated because she felt like I was upset because I wasn't saying anything. But I just want to have to realize that she has the best in mind for me. Both my parents do, my dad and my mom. But it's kind of hard to do so when you don't, like reach out and say something to them. So that brings me to my next point. My mom asked me, "Well, Jonathan, like, how's adulting not what you thought?" Like, and I told my mom, like, honestly, like, I don't feel like I'm an adult. Like I said on my Twitch, but I don't really get no viewers on there. So I came to here. Yes, I'm 18. Does that mean legally in New Jersey or wherever that I'm an adult? Yes. But the only thing really is like now I could get tried as an adult and I could drive past 11. But other than that, what changed? I'm in my parents' house. They don't expect me to move out until I get married, but that doesn't change the fact that these four walls and this roof over my head and this AC that I'm feeling and that TV right there that I was privileged to have and this couch that I'm having wasn't because I did anything. I mean, I went to school and got good grades in high school, but I struggled this past year with a lot of things mentally. But that just goes to say because you think that you just have to make your parents happy or someone happy, but like my mom said when she came to get me from Montclair, you have to do this to put yourself in a position to succeed. These next years are doing your. I've had this conversation countless times with a lot of my friends as we're getting older. And I always say it like this: from the age is of 18 to around 25 or to whenever you decide to get married and settle down, you have to be for yourself. And I don't mean be selfish. I don't mean don't give back. I don't mean don't provide for your family or your friends or someone that needs it. But what I'm saying is you can go out and help other people, but don't expect other people to always be there for you. Because at the end of the day, all you got is yourself. You got God that you can lean on, and that's who you should be leaning on more than any other person. And that's what I was forgetting to do. At Montclair, I was like, okay, let me keep the mindset. In college, let me keep the mindset. I don't want to fall into the worldly temptations of some of the things that these people are doing. But it's like just because you pray and read your Bible and it gives you a sense of peace, like and you find a passage of the day and you do your devotion in the morning and you pray at night and you pray in the morning and do your devotion, who goes to say that you can't go and find and go you God is there listening at any time. Anytime. You can that's why I think prayer is so like I think reading the Bible and prayer go hand in hand, but I feel like prayer is so much more powerful. You know what I'm saying? Like I think so I think back to like getting back on track a little bit. I was telling my mom, like I don't feel like I'm an adult really. I mean, the only thing in here in this area that you could say that I did something for was all the shoes that are right with the exception of probably like 3 pairs, 4 pairs that my parents were gifted me for my birthday or for Christmas. And it's like, do I think like and I think God wants us to succeed. God wants everyone to succeed, but everybody's not mature enough yet. And there's probably still some things that I'm saying right now that people probably have strong opinions on or different opinions on what I'm saying. But I feel like, you know, it's hard, especially because there's a disconnect in like this day and age, especially with the younger generation, like my generation and the older generation, because of just like how things have changed. And this is sometimes it's just hard. It's just hard, and I know it's hard, and I know like it could be like hard for like some of these people in the older generation to believe because like compared to what we have now, Like it was way harder for them, and I understand that. But see, they understood that if you put God first, that everything, it's not just gonna come down on you. Like you still gotta put in some work. Oh gosh, I appreciate it, but you know what I'm saying. And it's not like I'm saying like because like God God doesn't owe us anything. He does not owe us a thing. That's why it's so powerful that He sent, you know, His Son. That's the no greater love than this is to lay one's life down for a friend, and He did it for all of us. You know, and it's a scary thing to think about. People don't think this, but it's like one of these, He's gonna come back. He's gonna come back. It's not gonna come down to how many times did you pray, how many times did you go to church, what does dad do? Oh, dad's a pastor. Oh, mom is leading the church and singing. Oh, grandma's praying for you. That's not what it's gonna come down to. It's not even gonna come down to how many times you prayed. It's not gonna come down to who became a Christian first. At the end of the day, if you want to go up when He comes back down to get us and to free His people from the living and dead, what you got to do is put Him first. And He wants, His hand is reached out for you. It's just a matter of fact if you're gonna grab it, you know. And it's so sad. And and sometimes I even get mad at myself for it. But it's like you, it's so like He so selfishly just did all of this, and people still won't give Him His credit. Like, you know how frustrating that is. Imagine you did something so great, because God wants us to do the great things. Like I was talking about it with someone earlier. Am I happy that I blew up on TikTok last summer and be able to grow like a little following on there? Yes, of course I am. Do I want to keep growing? Would I love to be able to do that as a full-time job, or love to be able to do YouTube as a full-time job? Yes. But you know what? The reason that I wasn't able, even with small things like this, that I wasn't able to be consistent in doing this, or another problem that I have is being consistent in saving my money, a reason that I wasn't able to do that is because I'm not putting Him first. It's like I expect me to get the thing, like to get the followers and everything. Ask me when in the time of my TikTok blowing up did I thank Him? After it happened. After it happened. You know what I'm saying? It's so backwards. It's so baffling to me. And sometimes it just makes me like not God, why are you not helping me? God, why am I like I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? I feel like in prayer we don't give thanks enough or say I'm sorry enough. You know what I mean? Like, so anyway, back to what I was saying. Adulting. I don't even think I got there yet. You know, I still feel like I'm in a situation where I'm in the trial. I'm in my 7 day trial of adulting. I'm gonna use that analogy. I'm in my 7 day trial of adulting. Because my parents, God bless their souls, are tirelessly and effortlessly working every day to give me and my sister everything. Now it's my turn to put some everything that they instilled in me and trusted in me, not just religiously, because yes, that's what you want to put first. But secondly, people think that because you put God first in your thing, that like everything becomes spiritual. Everything doesn't become spiritual. You can tie everything back to God, but there's a difference between like God wants us to thrive in the world as long as He's the head of that. And you're not going to thrive in the world unless you acknowledge Him. At least not the right way. Like there's definitely people out there that are thriving, and you see these celebrities and everything, and they're making all this money, and you're like, well, why does God allow them to do this here? It's like, well, would you rather gain everything here and lose everything after death, or would you rather be able to gain stuff here as long as it might not be as lavish as this guy or as nice as the next guy, but because I put God first, I'm perfectly fine with everything I have here, and I'm content with what I have here, and you've continued to bless me. But now after I leave here, I'm set for the rest of my life, because that's what He said, that's what He promised. He doesn't break down the promise. And you know what makes me even more upset is that people don't give God His roses. That's gonna be another analogy that I'm gonna use for this. You know what I'm saying? How can you not give? He woke you up this morning. He put breath in your lungs this morning. He gave you that family that's surrounding you this morning. And when all else fails and you feel like you can't talk to that family member, you can't talk to your dad, or you can't talk to your mom, or you can't talk to cousin, or you can't talk to sister, or you can't talk to auntie, or you can't talk to uncle, talk to him. He's always listening. He's omnipresent. Now, or yeah, omnipresent, which means he's everywhere at once. And he could do that. People don't want to believe that. And then that gets into this thing of manifestation. Manifestation is real, but not the way that you're thinking. People think that manifestation is real, but it's not the way with the if I wish for this long enough, it's gonna happen. You think that's God. You gotta manifest unto God and put him first. Okay? Now I didn't mean to get all spiritual on you guys, but this is just stemming off from the conversation that my mom asked me, like, how is adulting? And if anybody else is in the boat that I am, God wants you to be able to thrive here. Obviously, he wants you to be able to enjoy your time here because like we're here, but until he comes back, or until God forbid you pass away, hopefully it is the old age, you know and but you can't even say that anymore because this is like a day in a generation where people are dying left and right. And so now it's to the point where I'm 18 and I had this conversation with countless of my friends. If it wasn't such a late time, I'd call them up and I'd tell them, and I just ask them, like, what did I tell you about this conversation? And it's so smart to say it this way. From the age of 18 to 25, put God first and put your head down and work and be for yourself. It's not selfish. I didn't say be selfish. I didn't say keep from other people. I didn't say not, continue to provide and help other people. But what I did say is that you got to work for yourself, because no one's going to go out and do it for you. Because even though you might not feel like an adult, everybody's going to start treating you like an adult, because you know right from wrong. You know right from wrong once you become 1 year old. You know right from wrong. No, don't do that. Yes, you can have this. Please, thank you. You know that. My nephew, 2 years old now. My bad, two, but he still knows. He knew when he was one. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think. And it's getting to the point where, like, soon it's gonna be me. Move out. Me and my mom talked about it. She doesn't. I don't have. She's not. See, that's again. Your parents are there to provide for you. They're your support system, but they shouldn't become your beanbag. Me and my friends did this on a video. Maybe I'll get some of them to come over here and we'll talk some more. But me and my friends talked about it, and it's like, what's it called? You don't want your parents to become a beanbag parent. Now, what do I mean by beanbag parent? Beanbag parent is, no matter how you lay into them or how you want to get comfortable or adjust, your parents are going to conform to you and make sure everything's right for you. You know what I'm saying? And some parents can't help it because they just love their kids so much. But us as kids, we have to understand that we can't just be taking advantage like that. You know what I'm saying? Yes, we want them to be there for you. And it's a great feeling to know that someone's there supporting you. But like I said, do it for yourself. Stay blessed up, stay prayed up, put your head down and grind and go. Go. Now, am I am I what's the word? Am I a victim to, slacking off and being lazy? Yes, I used to be really, really lazy. It used to be one of my worst problems. And some of my worst problems were me being selfish and me being extremely lazy. I think I've worked on them a little bit. I can still be a little stingy at times, but it's because I'm trying to take pride in my work and my stuff and things that I do. You know what I'm saying? And it's also hard being a kid in this day and age when you have so many creative ideas flowing and doing stuff. But once again, the reason why I was never persistent with YouTube, or the reason why I was never persistent with collabing that with my TikTok, and I actually started doing that now, no matter how many people are watching, no matter how many likes that I get, is because you wake up and you got to feed not just your brain, but your soul. Everybody has a soul. You got to feed your soul. And the only way you're going to get productive and keep things moving and feed your soul the right thing is when you wake up, you say, God, thank you for waking me up this morning. You didn't have to, but thank you for blessing me to give me another day to get this thing called life right. And you just feel so much better. You just feel so much better. Now, is God saying you can't have fun? You can't do certain things? Of course you can. You know what I'm saying? But it's just you, as long as you're putting him first and giving him back. My mom always says, my mom blesses me and my family more than she even has to. But the only reason that she's able to even be in that position that to bless us is because she said ever since we were young, put God first and he'll always bless you back. Always. The moment you don't is the moment you stop receiving. You know, it just makes sense. Now, it's really hard not to get spiritual on you guys when I'm like talking about this, but it's like, what other, how else do you expect to get through life? And that's where people start to fall and slip up. Everybody's gonna fall short. You know, the Bible says everybody's gonna fall short. And you know, God doesn't ever cut off his grace. It's never gonna be like, oh, I messed up so bad, God can never forgive me. No. And that's when you start to spiral. And it's like, I can never come back. 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 Just fix it. Just get down. Isolate yourself from everybody, all distractions. This right here, turn the rigger off, click it off, put it down, and pray. Is there days that I woke up with an event or something that I'm excited about, a game or something, I forget to pray? Of course. But that's where you have to have accountability. Surround yourself with the right people. Surround yourself with the right people, because although you have God, he's not expecting you to do it by yourself either. You know, you're like, you might not be in the same position as me, where I was blessed to have parents to put me in a position, but like, could I have easily turned away from everything that they instilled in me? Yes. But it's like, you have to have that in your brain, like for yourself, and you have to experience it for yourself to be able to understand. That's why I said never look at the next man. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's we'll come back to the generational disconnect with religion and God and going to church and praying and reading the Bible. Everybody's relationship with God is going to be different because everybody is made different. Not one single fingerprint of anybody is the same. Like this, like I don't even understand. Like this shirt, I thrifted this shirt from a Goodwill in Hackensack, New Jersey. If you guys want to go, I have some other stuff. It's on my TikTok, but thrifted this shirt. When you look at this shirt, and I know people have said this a bunch of times, and it's just the greatest argument against these people who just believe that there's like this world just like appear. This shirt just didn't appear out of thin air and it like formed in molecules in the air, and I just grabbed it floating out of the air and put it on. It's not how it works. Someone created this shirt. So why is our idea with the world any different? Like it would make more sense realistically if I were to say, oh, this shirt formed itself in the air rather than the whole world and everything in it created in one big bang and like created itself. And people are like, oh, science proof. There's not one singular scientific proof that says, oh, the world was created out thin air. It doesn't like this. Like, does that even make any sense? But people are like, oh, well, you making up a creator makes so much more sense. Like, just spend some time in the presence of God. You know, like people that come to church or like go to a prayer group or just sit next to someone that prays for them. What's it called? And I really experienced this in the DR trip the first time that I went to. I'm really excited to go back in July. You know, it's been a long time. It's been a year. It's been a pretty long time. But um, one thing that people don't get, that Mr. Cords and Miss Cords, you know, such great, powerful people of God, and just bless them. It's like he's preaching a sermon on the beach one time, and it was like we started talking after, me and my friends on the bus ride. It's like, find one person, find one person who doesn't believe in God or thinks that they, and put them in the presence of a praying atmosphere, or some type of church related atmosphere, like any type of like where there's like people of God coming together to like be one, and tell me they don't feel some type of move, or at least that's just that feeling of like guilty of not participating in it. There's a reason you feel like that. Listen to the feeling, you know. And I'm sorry to keep going on these spiritual tangents, but it's just so easy to connect it. But anyway, back to what I was saying. First semester, really hard, came back, and I want to find a way. Cause okay, I work a job right now. Say I get, like, I'm working a job right now, and we're about to kick it off in the summer camp, and you know you put in more hours than just like the regular like daycare hours, and then it gets to the point where it's like, okay, I'm working eight to 4:30, boom, 8 to 4:30. You come in every day. You get paid bi-weekly. You're getting paid to every other week. Okay, say the check is like 765. Okay, 765 to check, right? Now this is where I want to become more disciplined in my money. 765 is the check, and say I take 200 to keep for the next 2 weeks till I get paid because it's bi-weekly, and then I put 500 in the savings. Could I get by if I made some other disciplinary changes in my life? With like my diet, that's where a lot of my money goes right now. I'm just gonna, like right now, I'm just at the point where I'm just gonna like cut myself off from like I'm gonna just cook a meal, and if I gotta eat that for the next couple of days, it's like I'm eating McDonald's every day anyway. So why not just eat the right food every day, McDonald's, you know? But it's like I just gotta find a way to discipline myself better. Now, right, the $200, $500. Say I use groceries, maybe if I want to get like something else with the $200, and then something I need in some type of emergency, boom, right. So then that $500 that's just sitting in my savings, I don't want it to sit there until like the next $500 comes from the next paycheck. And yeah, that's gonna gradually build your money, but I want some way to make that money grow while it's sitting in the savings somehow and add more money, not just from my job. And I don't think I'm not the type of guy that wants to work two jobs. Okay, is that bad to say? Sure, but I don't know. That's just not me, especially if I'm not passionate about the second job. Like this first job with the daycare, I've been doing it for a long time. And it's not just because it's my mom's business. And that's another thing. Sometimes I get guilty because it's like, is my mom being my employer? Is it just like, am I really, working for my money? And it's like, yeah, I am. But it's like, you know, it's like, I want to be doing so much more. But the reason why I can't do more, I probably haven't been consistent, is I haven't, you're not putting God first consistently. Because that $500 to $200, wherever you want to go, you got to give God back a 10%. He only asks back for 10% out of your 100. I don't know. I feel like this isn't talked about enough more. You know, like life's never gonna be easy. But how much, like, you ever played a game and there's no save progress if you don't hit like the checkpoint? Like you beat like this hardest part of the game, but you didn't touch the checkpoint, so you got to go all the way back and beat that level again. Having God with you is like you always make that checkpoint because He won't let you fall back. He won't let you fall back. No, He will actually. He'll let you fall back, but that's if you just keep forcing Him away. But if you let Him, you fall, you stumble, and I'm not just saying just pray and ask Him to help you when you fall or stumble, because He's not going to move you forward when you fall or stumble. He's just going to be there as your support. But if you don't fall and stumble, and you ask Him, and you keep moving along gradually with Him and praying with Him, He's going to bring you forward. You know? I don't know. And it's like, it's scary though. Adulting is scary. And I'm privileged once again. Like, another personal thing. The other week, I don't know. My mom says I run myself too much with coaching and playing basketball and working and sleeping over my friend's house. And I don't feel like that's wrong. I feel like I should take more rest probably. I'm probably burning myself out. But I don't think it's also, but I think it's good to take some time off with your friends, and especially like being able to stay connected, because you find it's really hard to find a solid group of friends that you are able to stay connected with, especially after high school, especially when one of our friends lives all the way up in Syracuse, New York, a couple of miles away, and one of them lives in Arkansas. Like he's 1,100 miles away during the school year. But it's like sometimes you just gotta take a second. And maybe if I would have took a second, slowed down, and remembered to pray that morning, I wouldn't have backed into a tree. I backed my car into a tree, and my mom was really upset. And what my mom wanted me to understand was, it's not about the money. It's not about. That's why I'm not upset at you, because that's why I was so convinced that she was upset. It's not about the money. It's about the fact that you're getting older, and if mom and dad weren't there to fix that mess, how would you go to work to pay for your car? You don't have a car to get to work without you in the car. You know, stuff like that. And that's hard to do. It's really hard to think about. A lot of nights I get like I can't sleep. I'm just tossing and turning, tossing and turning. Even after praying, I still felt guilty because I prayed for Him to help me sleep, but I could have went more in depth with the prayer, to the point where it's like, okay, well, why are you even praying right now? That the fact that you can't sleep, like, what caused that first? Like, what was the first initial, like, like, does that make sense? What I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know. Now, my thing is, Do I see? Can I see like a side hustle in this YouTube and TikTok? Yeah, of course. And but it's like I never considered myself an entertainer, even on the TikTok when I blew up. I got posted by Ballers Life, which was like a huge monumental moment for me. But as hype as I got, I didn't thank God for the opportunity to even be on Ballers Life. So then when Sports Center hit me up, I have the screenshot somewhere. I gotta scroll back and asked me to use the video. I've never ended up posting the video. Now, was it because I was being selfish? It didn't give thanks where thanks was due, and I thought I did it on my own. Nothing we do is really on our own. Well, I take that back. You can do a lot of stuff on your own, but it's like what you want to do is give glory to God and whatever He allowed. Because everything that we're doing, He's allowed. You know, but then it gets down to like some of the stuff like that. It just tears my brain up. It tears my brain up. Now, first, I got earrings. I got two in both ears. Okay? Now, my mom never let me get earrings until my end of my senior year. I asked mom, can I get some earrings? Now, my mom got real emotional. Well, why do you need earrings? This and this. And I had to explain to my mom, I don't feel any worldly attachment because I got the earrings. You know? I don't feel like it swayed my relationship with God. I feel like me, like I've been saying this whole stream, is that no matter what I do in life, I'm going to just put God first, put my head down and grind, because if I give back and give Him the glory that's due, I'm always going to be okay. And thankfully, I had a praying grandmother, I had a praying mom, I had a praying grandfather, I had a praying father. And now, because of that, I'm going to do the same and keep pushing it forward. Now, is there times that we forget to give God His roses and we slack? 100%. But God knew that was going to happen already. But that doesn't mean that it's okay for us to continually doing it. That's why you got to grow and build and build and build and build and build, so that you're not, constantly, every time that you pray and have a conversation with God, it's not always, God, can you get me this? Or, God, I'm sorry that I did this. It's, God, thank you for waking me up this morning and shine some light on someone else that I can help. You know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like I use my platform. Do I use my platform on YouTube and TikTok and just talk about God? No, because I talk. I feel like there's a lot of people that need to be brought, to Christ and speak more about God. But that doesn't mean, but there's also people that need help in everyday life. God wants us to stick together, whether that's spiritually, physically, helping somebody out with this or helping somebody out with this. Not everything has to be spiritual. And I think that's why we get that generational disconnect with like the previous generations. They're not saying everything has to be spiritual. You got to be doing everything like super conservative and stuff like that. They're just saying life will be so much better if everyone was able to acknowledge that all the success and everything that we're getting is because God did. You know, my mom always says we're blessed because I give back to God, and God will continue to bless because you don't want to be selfish. And I used to be really selfish, and sometimes I can still be selfish because I get like attached to things that are mine, and I don't want them to be messed up or whatever or something like that. But sometimes you just gotta let go and let God. Now, anyway, back to the earrings. I told my mom, I don't think that I'm dishonoring God by having them in. Now, my mom asked me to preach a sermon at church one day. She asked, Jonathan, I don't want you up on the pulpit with your earrings in. Took the earrings out. And I didn't just do it because she told me to. I did it out of respect for her and respect on her views about it in certain religious, practices. Now, the next thing that me and my mom have been talking about a lot is what's it called? Getting tattoos. Now, maybe I should talk to my dad about it also, but every time I brought it up, my dad and my mom come from two different backgrounds. My dad is preaches at a Pentecostal church right now, and that's what we've been doing since I was younger. But he grew up in the Roman Catholic Church. So, a lot of people people on both sides of my family have tattoos, and I'm not saying I want tattoos because I seen them do it, But I guess people could bring it back to that because, like, how else would I know about a tattoo if I never seen someone else have it? And that's why it gets kind of dicey. And then it gets dicey because in the Bible it says, don't make any markings on your body, don't put any earrings or jewelry in your ear, don't wear more than one chain, don't put a razor to your head. But then it's like we get haircuts all the time. Girls wear a lot of jewelry, get more than one piercing, and it gets, and everybody tries to make it so that the Bible has some type of loophole, but there's no loopholes in the Bible. Now, it does say that when God died, passed away, gave his soul up, he said, "And Father, into your hands I commit that spirit." The veil rope, not the veil, is it called the veil? The curtain ripped from top to bottom, which no one could go up there and do. Like, it was clearly, signifying that, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's it called? It was signifying that you're no under Old Testament law. So does all those things fall under Old Testament law, or just some of those things? Because we get haircuts. I know girls, my sisters have 2 ear piercings. My sister wears more than one chain and does herself with one chain. So it's like, where does the line get drawn? I've really been, you know, like debating and going back and forth because, like, I really don't want to let anybody down. But then my mom's in this whole thing of, I want you guys to do what you want to do because she wants us to experience life and do things for ourselves. But it's so obvious to me that she doesn't want me to get a tattoo. But she said the same thing with my earrings. And I got them, but she said she'd never talk to me again, which was kind of sad. And could I tell you why I want one? No. I just think I like art. It's nice, you know? But then it's like taking this to a bigger scale. Like, what happened? So hard. And then they call us to lead and to be these people, but it's like sometimes it's like at this point in my life at 18, I still need some guidance, you know? Because at 18, you think everything is sweet and you can do what you want, but you still need the guidance, you know? Anyways, anyway, bro, I don't know. So, anyway, the reason for this whole going live thing is because um I was going live on TikTok every day, and my geyser was good, was good, was good. I was going live on TikTok every day, and I was up to day 5, and I opened a package using a pocket knife, and I think I got it in the camera when I was cutting it open, and I didn't even think about that. Like, so then the next day, I went to go on live. I was on for like 5 minutes, and they were like, "Boom, shut me down. You're banned." And I was like, "Bro, like, there's no way, you know?" So then, yo, my stomach started to hurt. Sheesh. Hold on, actually, let me set my alarm for tomorrow morning because my sister's having a Sweet 16, and I'm in the court, and we got some dance rehearsal tomorrow. So it's at 11. So I'm going to set my normal alarm for 9:10. Now, that's my summertime alarm right now because work. You couldn't appeal it? Bro, I tried, but I didn't. When I appealed it, I was like, I didn't say nothing. Like, what are they talking about? Like, they're literally bugging. Like, I never even did nothing. And then I appealed it, and they said your appeal will be removed. But then I flashed back, like, it's right here. Like, I'm not gonna show it on YouTube because, like, I don't want them to. That's it, because I don't want them to ban me either. But it was like, yeah, done. I was like, bro, what? I was like, and I thought they were banning me for that day's live, but I got banned the day before, and they let me go live the next day for like 8 9 minutes, and then revoked it. I was like, yo. And I was definitely, and I was getting like mutuals on that. Like, I was getting people that were I never followed. They never followed me, but then they followed me because they found my live and see me going live every day. Like, I literally had different ideas planned for live every day on TikTok because TikTok live is on my phone. I took my phone and I take my phone stand and I take it anywhere. I just put it up. like in my room. I had them reset up my room that I moved downstairs into my garage in. They set it up with me. And then they were like, "Yo, let me see." I was like, "Would y'all want a haircut stream? I got a haircut coming up." I took my phone with me, and me and my boy DJ. I was like, "Yo, can I stream? Like, is it cool if I stream the cut? They want to see the cut." I streamed the cut. I'm on my way home. I ended the stream from the cut. I was like, "I'm gonna get back on when I get back home." Got home, showered, got back on the stream. Done. What you're recording this on right now, this is my YouTube live stream, but I have a webcam on top of my PC. This mic right here, just set up on my desk, and I'm literally like, this is the easiest stream setup ever. I don't even do nothing. Like I'm just replying to y'all's chat, and on this, you know. But you know what I'm saying? Put God first. Put your head down and grind. I just gotta grind. I don't grind enough. Like my Montclair State dorm tour got 1.8K views that I posted 8 months ago. 8 months ago, I didn't even know because I wasn't even on YouTube because I wasn't being consistent. I was like, okay, well, most of my followers on TikTok. Let me go get famous on TikTok. But I wasn't thinking like I could grow both. But I don't know how to get people from my TikTok to put on my YouTube because people really addicted to TikTok. Like I don't think I'm addicted. I really be off TikTok actually a lot. People just think because I post a lot, I be on TikTok a lot, but we don't even realize that a lot of my posts are like old drafts that I just built up instead of put it in there. Once you get views like that, you just gotta keep going. That's what I'm saying. Yo, last year, I didn't have this many TikTok followers last year. Last year I probably had like 700 TikTok followers. I'm at 11.6K now because what's it called? Once again, put God first. They blessed up. Even in these things, bro, put Him first. They blessed up, and then it went from that to I was like, all right, now I prayed about it. Now let's get right. 5 videos out a day. 3 of them are probably gonna miss. Maybe 2 of them hit. And sure enough, I was doing that. Ball is Life posted my video. Even Sports Center hit me up. They never posted it though. That looking at me sad. I was like, yo, that's tough. Sports Center hit me up, but only Ball is Life posted up. But that was still tough though, and that was all the move last summer. I just gotta, lock in again on both, whether it's YouTube or TikTok. And I don't know how popular YouTube Live is on here. You know, I mean, I had some people in here not that long ago. I mean, I only had 3 at a time was the most. Pause. But they were in here. TikTok's so good for promoting. Yeah, I know. But I feel like people just go and will like and then keep going. And YouTube Shorts too. I have heard about the YouTube Shorts. Like they're becoming such a big thing. Like my little cousin was over here on his iPad watching YouTube Shorts OD. Like, oh, my boy Josh got a YouTube channel and he had like 5K something views on a short. And I'm looking thinking about it, but I don't know what would I post on a YouTube short. Like would I promote like a YouTube video that's coming out or just like a whole another video in itself, like a TikTok, you know? But nah, we about to be locked in. We about to be tapped in. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Nah. But see, this is so much harder to do than TikTok Live because TikTok Live, I never watch YouTube Shorts, but my one YouTube Short got like 400 views, which is low-key a lot for me on YouTube. No, I feel you. I feel you. That 1.8K views on the Montclair State dorm tour, I only feel like it went off because like a lot of people, like I don't know if I'm the only one, but when an upcoming event or like something in my life is happening, I go to YouTube to see if someone else posted what it would be like. So like right before I went to Montclair, I watched a whole lot of Montclair State movement vlogs and like dorm tours. So then when I posted it, 1.8K views, I didn't even peep that. I really didn't. I didn't even know. And that's the most I've ever gotten any type of video on here at least. But since I can't go live every day on TikTok right now, I'm gonna just keep doing it on YouTube. And plus, the YouTube videos save. They save, but this is gonna be a long video. I'm on here. This is already 44 minutes. Maybe I'll put it on to like save for like 30 days. But it's just hard because I'm gonna be so busy when I'm moving with football. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. Because y'all even moving early. Like I looked out on Instagram too, and like them athletes, like that were just graduated high school are already moving in, and they're like basketball players. I'm talking like Bronny James, Gabe Cubs, like those dudes that used to be on the Blue Chips, already moving into their dorms because it's all. I don't know how I'm doing YouTube during football, bro, but I'm gonna try. That's what I'm saying. I was talking about earlier in this live. You know what I'm saying? Just put God first in everything. You give back to Him, He's gonna give back to you. And then on top of that, you gotta having a support system helps. Having like a solid like somebody like close by or something like that that can just like be there for you through thick and thin. But it's so hard to find people like that nowadays. You know, people always got a interior motive. That's the right word, right? But I don't know. And I feel like I'm a pretty creative guy. Like, I could think of some things. It's like another thing that gets me is comparison. Comparison is real bad for you. Like especially for my YouTube, when I start comparing it to the next guy, like dang, he's popping off, or dang, they got it easy. Like it's like they started like me. A bunch of videos in advance, that might be the best bet. Honestly, yeah. When you got the time, put them out, save them, edit them up, and then just keep going. And yeah, that bro, that's the worst. I know, and it's really hard, and it's so easy to do because it's such an easy cop out. That's why people do it. That's why people do it. They just compare. Like, ah, dang, he got this, they got that. Bro, just keep going, bro. Just keep going. Just keep going. Because at a certain time, like you're gonna be that guy that they compare to, and instead of like using that as a flex, like oh yeah, like I used to compare to them and now they're comparing to me, go help that because like that respect that they're already comparing to, like dang, like he's already have one up on me, like I'm going to help them too, like not being selfish also goes a long way, you know. I don't know. Let me see how this is coming up because I can see how it's coming up for me on y'all thing, but let me see how it's coming up for y'all. Let me see. Oh, it's not that bad. Not that bad. It comes out a little bit more foggy on the YouTube live than it is looking at for me. You got a great mentor, bro. Need more people like this in this world. Appreciate it. No, I'm not gonna lie. I was actually talking about for a long time in this live, like how I struggled, like especially like through this year. It's just like a big like learning curve for me. But it's like one, you gotta put God first. My mom always said, you give to God, He will give back to you. And don't always expect Him to give back to you on your timing. He's gonna give it back to you on His timing because He knows when's the best timing for you. That's the first thing. Two, you know what I'm saying? Don't be selfish and afraid to give back. Like I struggle with that a lot, especially as a young kid. Like being selfish and like, oh, mine, give, take, and never give. And then third, do something that you're passionate about. I'm not saying don't go out to work. I work at a daycare. I work at a summer camp, and I got lucky to where I feel like I'm passionate and I like working with kids. True. But even for people that are working jobs that are like not the best situation that they think that are the best that they could do it themselves, there's a reason why you're there. Use it, find a skill set, use it, and use it to your advantage. And then we just got to stay consistent. Maybe that's number four. Add number four, stay consistent. You know, whether you got to write it down. I might give me a whiteboard actually. Let me give me a whiteboard. Put it right here on this wall because this is my little setup. This is where I stay at. I prefer to sleep in this room because all I need really is this futon. I'm a simple guy. Shoes, a couple of bins for clothes. You know what I'm saying? I still got some in my closet upstairs. And then, you know what I'm saying? And I don't even spend that much time in my room, but when I do, this is a nice, calm place. I sit here. Sometimes I watch TV, even though it's not working right now. But it's like, just, maybe put a whiteboard behind this wall. I get up, look at the whiteboard, go do something that day. You know? Just go, go. Yeah, that's what I'm keeping as the four things right now. Put God first. He will always give back to you if you put Him first. It might not be when you want it, like God, I want it now, or God, I need it then. It's going to be on His timing, but His timing never fails. That's the first thing. Two, what's it called? What did I say? Be consistent. Just grind. Be consistent. Find something you like to do, something you're passionate. And even if you have to get a job that you're not so crazy about to support your dreams, go do it. Three, Why did I say it was 3? Because I've been going on a lot about a lot of things. 3. I forget, but y'all can play it back. But the thing is, I definitely had my learning curve last year, going through a breakup, dealing with other person's stuff, recovering from the injury. Like I went through it, but I came out a way better person, a strong person. And that's like another thing that I said. And especially like struggling at a young age with like being selfish, and even like sometimes I just get selfish for things that I don't even need to be selfish for, like because I'm just being provided for, so like, and I'm so in a blessed position already, even though like I want to do so much more for myself and for my family and the family that I'm gonna have. Is that what's it called? Something, like God's never gonna even put you in a position and of something that you can't handle, and He purposely put you in things to make you stronger. Because my dad's a pastor, for those that don't know, and he did this sermon one time. Like he likes to use things that can like apply to everyday life, and people like him and like us in his sermon. So like what's it called? A boxer, a fighter, right? If you ever look at their man in the corner, right? If you ever see them with gloves going like this and like wiping on the player's face, what they're doing is they're putting Vaseline on the boxer's face. Why do they put Vaseline? Because when the person that you're fighting weaves your punch and comes over to knock you out with something that really should, they really put the demands on you that should knock you out, it'll just graze off because of the Vaseline and you can last a little bit longer. You know what I'm saying? So God will never put you in a position. He's like that. He putting the Vaseline on you so that when they come in to come punch you and knock you out, it grazes off and you just become a stronger, better person. But you got to feed into that. People don't want to feed into that. As soon as something gets hard, people run away, and I've done that. Everybody's done that at some point in their life. But it's like, what do you learn from that, or do you always deny it? Do you never take the criticism and you're always like, nah, I didn't run away. I did that. Like I did that. Nah, like you're running away. Like lock in. You got to do what you got to do to get where you want to get to. You know what I'm saying? People have all these dreams, but won't put God first, won't hustle and grind to do what they got to do, and are scared to like put themselves out there. Risk is a big part. Risk is a big part. No risk, no reward. Risk it for the biscuit. And sometimes you take a risk and you fall a little short. Sometimes that's just how the cookie crumbles. It's okay. Failure is the best teacher. Trial and error. Trial and error. Because think about it. You get more out of you trying and failing than never trying and getting nothing out of it. Just a what if. I hate what ifs. You always just get a what ifs. Some what ifs like really get you like, that's bad. Like, what if? You know, people don't want to think. No cap, bro. I feel the hardest parts of my life really was my best times, just because after I got through those times, I reached the highest points of my life. And that's exactly what people need to understand. It's scary. It's scary. And I struggle too. Always there's a light at the end of the tunnel. For real. Exactly. As long as you do what you gotta do. I'm telling you, if you want to turn all of your failure into like learning lessons, like I was literally talking about it in the live earlier, people just gotta put, you just gotta put God first. You know what I'm saying? You got to. Like, there's no way, like, and I used to struggle with that too. Like, people used to be like, "Oh, J Mac, like, how can you believe like y'all just made up some type of creator like this? And the world just appeared. How? How? Look at this pencil. Look at this pencil. Now, if I told you I got this pencil because particles formed in the air and I just grabbed it out of the air, you would look at me like I'm crazy. That doesn't make any sense. So if I can't do that with just a pencil, it makes way more sense for me to say that happened with a pencil than the whole world like that and everything in it. Not one person fingerprint in this whole world is the same, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy. No one has this fingerprint that I have on this finger. This fingerprint's not the same as this one. This fingerprint's not the same as this one. So on and so on. That doesn't just happen. And if you actually think about it, if you act like even people that don't fully believe, like, and there's people that are all over the people. People that don't even fully believe are like, yo, like, there's that sense of thanking God, like, especially with, like, you see it a lot in, like, the professional athlete world, like, people thinking God, like, I didn't even think he, like, some people aren't in depth into it as a lot of people are, but at the end of the day, you put him first, you stay dedicated, you stay selfless, and you just grind, you're good. You're good. There's gonna be bumps along the road, but you want that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, like for those people in sports, I don't know like a lot of other sports, but with basketball, when I would train with my dad, you always wanted to do a drill so many times to where it became secondhand nature. But then when it became secondhand nature, you always wanted to speed it up and make it harder for yourself. Because if you make it harder for yourself now, when you're by yourself working and grinding and bumping and grinding like by yourself, just like putting in the work, when it comes time to use that in real time, trial by fire. That's what my dad says, trial by fire. You put yourself in an uncomfortable situation by yourself. By the time it comes time to use it against somebody else, you're ready. You're ready. And never be satisfied. I think that's one of the worst things you become. Becoming content. There's that's so right. There's so much more you can do. There's so much more that you can do. There's so much that God has in store for you and people could do if you just hustle and grind. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that stops you is yourself. And you know what? Another thing that I struggle with, and I can be very hypocritical when it comes to these topics because a lot of the time I just fall off the map and off the earth, and they're like, "Yo, J Mac, where'd you go with the videos? Yo, J Mac, where'd you go with the workouts, the basketball, anything?" Is I'm not disciplined. I suck at being disciplined, like with myself. I'm not saying I'm a rebel and I'm against the man and sticking to the man. I'm really bad with discipline. Like I'm bad when it comes to like staying in. It's easy to give advice, but hard to take your own. So true. So true. Do I think I take my advice in a lot of these things? Yes, but I gotta get better. I know I gotta get better. You know what I'm saying? Like one thing that I'm gonna start to get better on, but it's so hard to because their fries and their sweet tea is so good. McDonald's that I just had for dinner, I gotta chill out with McDonald's. Like, and I want to save some of my money too. So I was saying, like, I had a paycheck. If I get a paycheck, that's like, what's it called? Say I get a paycheck that's 765. I put 200 in, like, to spend until I get paid next, which is every other week, and then I put the other 565 in my savings. I can easily take that $200, go to the grocery store, and for like 75 bucks get enough food for the next week and be fine instead of just eating McDonald's every day. And you know what? I'm gonna try to start doing that. I'm gonna try. I'm really gonna try. I'm gonna need so much help. Like I'm gonna have to find some type of substitute. Maybe watermelon will be my substitute. I love watermelon. Watermelon is gas. I don't know how people don't like watermelon. People say it tastes like you're just chopping water. Maybe some people don't have the taste buds for it. I don't know. I think watermelon be good. But anyway, big pineapple guy over here. Yeah, my sister is too. I don't know. I I never. I like the pineapple. I like pineapple if it's like diced up and cubed. But like when they get to like that, like those rings, I don't know. I don't know if it's a texture thing for me. Like, but that's also another problem. I don't know. Like I used to be a big apple guy too, but I think I got allergic to apples because my mom's allergic to all fruits. But like apples make like my gums itch, or like my throat itch. Now I get that it do taste different. Yeah, I don't know why does a cubed pineapple taste different than a ringed pineapple. Is it because the slices are thinner and it's coming straight from a pineapple, or like what do they do? But like the texture of a pineapple is a little stringy. That's why I don't like oranges. I like blueberries. Blueberries are cool. Grapes are cool too. I haven't ate them. Like if I could choose every time to have watermelon, I just choose every time to have watermelon. But I don't know. It tastes fake though to me. It's like weird. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. So like blueberries and yogurt slap. That's another thing. I'm not a. That's the problem. Maybe I just need to broaden my healthier food side. Maybe I should start meal prepping and just like if I can eat McDonald's fries and sweet tea or just get a sweet tea every day, there's no reason why I can't. What's it called? Make like pasta and meat sauce and eat that for the next 5 days. Like why not? You know. The only thing, I could cook low key. People don't think I could throw down in the kitchen low key. Like I've cooked some things before. Like I've cooked tacos. I've cooked chicken Alfredo is my favorite meal, but it's not the healthiest for you because Alfredo sauce is so good. I've cooked penne vodka. I've cooked fried not fried chicken, grilled chicken and rice. Exactly. I eat chicken and rice all the time. See, that's what I would do, but it's like, and then in my head, it's like this is where I become hypocritical. In my head, I'm like, yo, that's like mad repetitive. But then it's like I'm eating McDonald's every day or Wingstop. Wingstop became a big problem for me. I eat like a lot of Wingstop. But you know what's getting me is I lost so much weight. Like I used to be a chubby kid, like way chubbier than I am now. But I grew up and like now I'm only like a little chubby. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not really that muscular or lean anyway. But my arms are so scrawny. You see, like my arms are scrawny, and then I have like a little bit of a gut. So it's like I didn't. That's because of my diet. And you can see my ribs up here. So I'm gonna try to get right and eat better. But also the gym isn't for me. Like I know you be in the gym because what's it called? You're a collegiate football athlete, but it's like, bro, and you probably like that too. Like you probably like the gym. I know you probably love the gym. Well, it's probably a love hate relationship. But me, I can't do it. What I do is I'd eat chicken in a different ways. Like I eat chicken and with white rice, chicken with Puerto Rican rice, chicken sandwich, stuff like that. Just to switch it up. I feel you. Maybe I'll just season my chickens different. You know, with different like types of chicken. Oh, I made teriyaki chicken one time. Teriyaki chicken and rice. Yo, that was mad good. Yo, I might actually do that soon. Go to grocery stores and get it. I have a picture somewhere. It was good though. I lucky overcooked the chicken, but like I that it be scaring me sometimes. It be scaring me to undercook and stuff like that. Undercook the chicken. But honestly, bro, I just fell in love with the grind. Like, of course, there's days where I'm dreading it, but those are the most important days. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Those the days when you struggle, and the days where things get hard, is the days that it's like soon it'll become easier. Then you level up again, make it hard again. Then life is a constant thing of making it hard, beating it, making it hard, keep going. You know what I'm saying? Just overcome your obstacles. Do something different daily. Make yourself a little bit uncomfortable every day. Every day, make yourself a little uncomfortable. Like, I don't know. I don't know, man. My stomach actually really do hurt though. This is probably another problem with my diet. Just eat better. Matter of fact, we're about to make a change right now. Right now, we're about to make a change. I have a whole food section. You can't see. Turn on my brightness. I have a whole food section on my phone for my ordering apps. They're all getting the boot right now. It's that Wingstop. Yo, Wingstop is so good, but I'm deleting all the apps right now. Every single food app's getting deleted right now. It's like it's hard, bro. It's hard. You know what? I should set some goals. Never had Wingstop. See, I would tell you to go get some, and it's mad good. But honestly, you're probably stronger than me with like not being addicted to it. I was addicted to it. I deleted everything. So this is why I need a whiteboard. I'm gonna get a whiteboard. I'm gonna get a whiteboard. That's going in my mental checklist too. I deleted all the food apps. First thing tomorrow, straight water. It's just sweet tea. I should say this is gonna be my last sip of sweet tea, but I'm not even gonna drink this bit. It's going in the trash tomorrow. Yeah, next time you go to Wingstop, gonna be with me, gang. Yeah, maybe a cheat day. Maybe we'll throw a cheat day in there. But let's see. I'm gonna set a goal for me right now for the next month from now, June 19th to July 19th, which I'll be in the DR by July 19th on the mission trips when we leave on the 15th. No, all home cooked meals or healthy meals. If I can't cook it at home, go someplace that's nice and healthy. Water. The only time I could drink anything other than water is maybe I'll throw in a body armor or a Gatorade, which aren't the best for you either, but it's better than a large sweet tea. But primarily water. Maybe I'll throw in Gatorade or Wingstop if I go to Hoop or like when we record the little video. The you know what I'm saying. I'm not gonna say too much, but you know what's crazy? When I was at Montclair, the only thing I drank was water. I literally only drank water. I didn't even want any of the other juice. Maybe I'd have milk with my cereal, but that's it. But now I'm also not a heavy eater. Like I don't eat that much. Like unless like I push my meals back. I never really eat breakfast, so I'm gonna put it with water. Oh, actually, this is gonna be my breakfast every day. So this is what I got. I got some Bloom right now. Don't get on my head top. People be like, that's for girls, that's for girls. You have to be a girl to not want to help your digestion, bloating and immunity system. Okay, bloating's a little crazy, but and get Shirley Temple, but that's rare. The only time I get Shirley Temple is when I go out to eat at one of those like better restaurants with like my family. But this stuff right here, Bloom, I don't know if y'all seen it on TikTok, but it's a supplement, right? And it's not like a get big supplement. You know what I'm saying? It's greens. It's your greens, but they're berries flavored. And this is the one thing, like one of those powder things. Like it's like a. I'll show you. It smells good too. It's berry. It's green. It's greens. It turns any drink green. But you drink 1 cup in the morning, and this it's good. Like it's good. Like let's see. There's no sugars. You get your dietary fiber, zero point 0.6 milligrams of. The only thing that's bad is there's 5 milligrams of sodium, but that only goes up to 1%. That only makes 1%, which is fine. But this right here, you could put it in any drink that you want or water. I would recommend water. You put in some cold water, it's actually good. Like it tastes like berries, and like food just flows through you better. You know what I'm saying? Especially if I start eating the right way, it just flows through you better. It's good for you and stuff like that. But you gotta find people to hold you accountable. I'm not, yo, bro. Hear me. You're in here right now. I'm telling you right now. At least for the next 30 days, not one bite of fast food is to hit my body. Not one bite. Everything got to be a home cooked meal or like a muscle maker grill type meal or something like that. I'm taking my greens every morning since I don't do breakfast, and I'm drinking water throughout the day because there's other health benefits than just like feeling better. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna hold you to it. That's why I'm telling you. Hold me to it, bro. Hold me to it. Check on me in the day. Yo, what you eat for lunch today? If I said nothing for breakfast, I rarely eat breakfast. So I'm probably just gonna drink. You drink either one scoop in your water bottle or one scoop. I put it in a red Solo cup. I fill it up and I drink it. I'm telling you, I'm doing at least for the next 30 days because if I do break, it's gonna be after the 30 days. I'm telling myself right now, I'm doing it after the 30 days. Secondly, by the time the 30 days, I'm hoping that it makes such a change that I'm not even gonna want to anymore. And then I'm also for the next 30 days. Listen, bro, today was my last cheat day. Now I'm starting to do 2 days for training and eat clean from now on until football starts. That's what I'm saying. This summer, 2 months for me to become football ready. I feel you. Yeah, I'm gonna hold you to it too. I'm not doing it. No, no more fast food. Once I throw out that McDonald's bag right there that I had for lunch today, I'm done. I deleted all the food apps. I have no connection. No connection. And that's about to save me a lot of money. A lot of money. Well, my parents a lot of money. They pay for a lot of it actually. But what's it called? I'm gonna drink this. I started drinking it, but because I'm like on my bad food habits and waking up, I would go straight to the bathroom because I ate a late meal the previous day and didn't drink it. But this is good, bro. One scoop, put in your drink. When it's cold, it tastes better. And there's really not much of an aftertaste, but I'm a brush my teeth as soon as I wake up type of person. So I gotta wait till the taste goes away to drink it. Because that would be crazy if I didn't. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And then I'm gonna try to hold myself to do something physical every day. Now I'm not really into weights. Maybe I'll do a couple push-ups. Like I used to do 100 push-ups a day. I stopped. Maybe I'm gonna start doing it again. You know, I'll start doing it again. But it's because I'm a hooper and I want to be able to shoot without feeling like, uh, That's why I didn't definitely hold me to everything too. Only day I may cheat is little when I'm doing Hershey Park, but that's like 1 or 2 days. I feel you. I'm going to the DR on a missions trip, and even though it's not like processed food, they could give you a lot of like seasoned and sodium up food, so it's probably not the best. But we're gonna work on it. And I'm not gym guy. I'm not gym guy, but like I'll go on a run. People think that's weird, but I like to run. It's like peaceful. You know what I'm saying? But I probably should also form better sleep habits. It's 1:47. You can't see that, but it's 1:47. So I appreciate you, my boy, for being the one in here for the end of the stream. I appreciate whoever was in here earlier. I don't know y'all by name. It just shows me how many people's in here at a time. But we'll be back on here at some point tomorrow, and I'll give you an update on how I did. How's life going? What maybe we'll do something exciting tomorrow, and how I did on day one of my no more fast food. I feel like it'll benefit me mentally and physically. But all right, I'm gonna catch y'all. See y'all tomorrow when I hop back on stream because I was supposed to do a streak of streaming, but TikTok paying me. But we gonna be all right. All right, peace.